It was in April 2026 that the legislative vote for the position of vice president was officially established in Cameroon. Therefore, the vice president of the republic will henceforth automatically take over the remainder of the 7-year presidential term if the head of state dies, resigns, or becomes incapacitated. In this regard, countless of Cameroonians out there have been asking the question, what is the stance of the ruling party on the matter? The CPDM has effectively spoken through two of its heavyweights, the Secretary General of the Central Committee, Jean Kwete, who came up with a press release, and Professor Jacques Famendongo, Secretary for Communication and Political Bureau member. Some have described this defense as very aggressive and highly unified. Nevertheless, it is the party's official stance. This party support goes further to reassure foreign partners, investors, and the business community regarding the predictability, continuity, and stability of Cameroon's institutions beyond individuals. In respect to the opposition's labeling of the reform as a constitutional coup, Jacques Famendongo issued a scathing rebuke, calling the opposition's arguments as political bad faith, phantasmagoria, and blindness. Meanwhile, the Central Committee's legal argument relies heavily on the numbers. The amendment passed via a joint parliamentary congress with an overwhelming majority of 205 votes in favor to 16 against. The CC insists that the creation of the vice presidency carries absolute legality and legitimacy. Famendongo went as far as to tell the opposition to stop the logoria or excessive talking and focus on building an actual electoral strategy instead of complaining about constitutional laws. However, members of government have equally voiced their support for the constitutional reform. In particular, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, has viewed the change as a necessary step for constitutional stability and national security. He has gone on to affirm that any institutional changes made by President Paul Biya are entirely legal, constitutional, and designed strictly to protect Cameroon from institutional vacuums or chaos. While the opposition continues to see the vice presidential position as undemocratic, a monarchy set up, etc., Jean Kwete in the press release instructed all party supporters to practice a heightened vigilance and discernment at this volatile period leading up to the appointment of the vice president.